Welcome to Fanbase, a deep dive into the greatest rivalry in sports. Episode 237. Brian Shackman here along with John Senecal. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to chime in on Alex Cora. I know you did an emergency press conference as you're walking the dogs. Summarize what you said for people who didn't
Well, I basically said it's a scapegoat. You know, I mean, come on. It comes out of nowhere and he's the reason why the team's losing? No, he's not the reason the team's losing. It's a clash of personalities. I'll say that. I say he's a scapegoat, basically.
So I'm going to get into how I feel about it, and it ranges a broad spectrum. One of our loyal listeners on our morning show, WTIC News Talk 1080, Brian and Company, I used to listen to it every Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 9, by the way, had a great theory that maybe they went to Cora and said, listen, we need to fire some of your staff, and we just need to do something, especially on the hitting side. And Cora said, screw you. If they go, I go.
That makes sense.
And then they came back and fired him too. Because I don't know that that's true. That's not reporting. That was just a really interesting theory that I had not heard as of yet. My take is this. Did Cora at various times seem detached and a little disinterested? Was I a little bit worried about his engagement? Has he had teams with terrible fielding? And to me, teams with terrible fielding, yeah, it's how the team is constructed, but a lot of that is coaching. And when I think with Alex Cora, do I like him? Yes. Do I think he's overrated? Yes. So that's my Alex Cora take. But he won a World Series. He was valuable enough to lose and then bring back after a horrible scandal. And to me, the way it is with him is the way it is with Francona, in the sense that Francona gave the Red Sox so much. But then when it was clearly not working, even if deep down you knew it was probably time to move on, it was very difficult to move on, even if you knew it was the right thing. I don't think Cora was quite at that point. I think it's a terrible move. I can't stand my own team right now. I'm just telling you that there are counter arguments here, because I think Cora doesn't walk on water in my book. He just does not. I think he's really good with the players. I think he knows the game of baseball extremely well. And I think that there's a lot of good there. But having said that, the team hasn't had great fundamentals in multiple seasons that he's been there, and they've had a lot of bad outcomes. But I don't know why a fan would want to root for this team. To me, I'm looking for reasons to root for this team.
Well, you got a 3-game winning streak right now.
Right, so
there's your only reason.
They've won 2 since Cora left, and that tends to happen. And I'm not rooting against them, and I don't know what's going to happen. And, I don't know much about Tracy. I just know his dad was a major league manager, and that's all I know about him. They kept the pitching coach. You know why? Because that's a Craig Breslow hire, even though I think a lot of people hate him.
And what's weird is that seemed to be what the rumbling was. There was a disconnect between Crochet and the pitching coach.
Right.
But he's the one guy that stays, other than Veritek, right? Who's going to be reassigned at a later date. It's like, come on. What are we doing here? You take the one thing that you have to hold on to that the fans would gravitate to at all in the whole operation. You get rid of everybody else. No one cares about Andrew Bailey. Fans don't care about him. They care about Jason Veritek. He's a Red Sox lore, right? Oh, yeah. We can't get rid of him, but you can get rid of everybody else. And there's no comparison between him and Francona. He can't even carry his jock, as far as I'm concerned.
He can't carry Francona's.
No,
yeah.
Can't even carry him. Plus, Francona's
I meant in terms of sentiment, the way fans felt
but Francona's got the golden feather. He's got the 2004 curse, right? Yeah. So nothing's going to top that. But at the same time, you said something, how they brought him back, right? They chinced out and cowed to it and fired the guy, basically under pressure, right? Why didn't they stand? This wasn't under our reign. This happened in Houston. We're behind Alex Cora 100%. This is how we should be. No, right away, Alex Cora is gone. But then they bring him back. They bring him back to all this fanfare. Not only do they bring him back, Brian,
give him a big contract.
Then they give him an extension under Craig Breslow's tenure, right? Now, he was here before Breslow, but somehow in 2024, they were willing to give him an extra 3-year contract for $20-something million. That's less than 2 years ago. Yeah. I sent you the thing this morning about how he's talking about family and
how this is home.
Home's his home and all this and blah, 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 blah. It's like, we all know, it's like when you get the vote of confidence, the car is waiting out back for you, right? Usually.
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind him. But this came out of nowhere. this came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, everybody I think was blindsided.
Well, I
by
mean,
it.
they got swept at home by
Well,
the Yankees.
other than the way they were playing, right? You asked me any Red Sox fan if they thought they were going to look on a Saturday evening and find out that Alex Cora was fired by the Red Sox.
Shocking, yes.
Nobody thought that.
And there's no bigger Red Sox fan than my wife, and she's like, "This is bullcrap." But the thing is that okay, so they try to tell us that they felt like they had to do it now to salvage the season. That things
There's
were
130
spiraling.
something games left.
And you know, and I could see that. My issue is that I do think, and Dan Shaughnessy wrote a little bit about this in the Boston Globe, it's difficult to really accept it at full face value when the team as constructed everyone knew was flawed, right? So is it a last place team as constructed? No. But is it a division winning World Series competitive team? No, it's not. And
If you listen to the press conference, that's not what they think.
yeah, but it's not. And the thing is that Roman Anthony might end up a star. I like Marcelo Meyer. I think he's going to be good. I really like him.
We're never going to get that name right.
I know.
Mayer,
Is
Meyer.
it Meyer or Meyer?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Potato. It doesn't matter. You can't hit right now. So it sucks. But you say they weren't constructed right, okay? So the Red Sox over since what, 2018? Look at all the players that have parted the team, and everyone will point back to Mookie Betts. But in the grand scheme of things, nobody's knocking the ball out of the park. Nobody's driving in runs for that team. The one player that you thought was going to do it is hurt. Your pitching is not living up to any of its expectations. To the most recent start with Ranger Suarez is the only bright spot they've had so far pitching wise
Right.
all season, almost 30 games in. So yes, you can blame Alex Cora, but even the players will tell you he's not hitting, he's not pitching. The team was playing terrible. Yes, they can turn it around because there still are names there. There are still names pitching wise that are there. There are some very good names pitching wise, but again, no identity. No one to center around, no one to rally
Exactly right.
around.
But the way I look at it is this, and crystallize it for Red Sox fans, because people who listen to this podcast already know a ton. And for me, when you think of the top 5 franchises in baseball, like the 5 most important franchises in baseball, what would they be?
Dodgers, Yankees, Cubs, Red Sox, and
TBD.
probably maybe Phillies, maybe
Okay.
maybe even like a Pirates or a St. Louis
But you
Cardinals
would
because
accept
it's lore.
you would
right?
accept that the Red Sox probably are one of the top 5 most important.
Yes,
franchises.
especially since 2004, with all the focus on that team and what they did since then. Not
4 World Series in this
Exactly.
century, and Fenway Park still being there.
exactly.
So my point, and with I don't know if you can have Contreras and Alonso in the same lineup, but I don't know if the Latin influence, I don't know how important that is or isn't, but a team that's one of the 5 most important franchises in sports should have a superstar, and so regardless of what Roman Anthony's going to be, and no matter how good Contreras can be, Anthony's not that yet, and Contreras isn't that, right? So my point is, like, you have a couple in New York, you got a couple in LA. That's what you need. Like, they needed and Bregman wasn't quite it. Bregman was like an A- person for this. I would argue that even they needed something bigger and better than Bregman.
Leadership presence is what he brought.
Right, and solid. He's a baseball player,
Right.
man. He's good. But what I find inexcusable in this stupid way they're trying to sort of contemporize Moneyball and figure out what the next iteration is of it is that sometimes, you know what, you need some guy who's going to take the questions in the locker room, who's going to hit the big home run, who's just a big dog. And I don't care if he goes home in a separate
David
car.
Ortiz,
They need someone.
Manny Ramirez.
They need a star. They don't have a star, and you can develop guys. It's great that you can do that, and I want those guys to do great. But there's no excitement unless they're all working together at the same time, and we've already learned that's almost impossible. Someone's always getting hurt. Someone's always in a slump, and you need the one guy who you can bang. Aaron Judge is a massive superstar, and he delivers, and he's a generational player. Like they're not gonna find
You need
him.
the guy that when he walks into the batter's box, even if he's struggling, they're trying to get around him. And that's what Aaron Judge is.
And everyone's paying attention.
And
And
everybody's
then
paying
after the
attention.
game, he's talking. And Judge really is a captain. Jeter was too. But I mean, and so I'm not saying it with envy, But when I think about Cora, would I have fired him? No. Do I think something had to happen? Probably. And I just wonder if something, Cora's gonna be fine. He can go to some podunk's third tier major league team, make $4 million.
Yeah, but he won't do
manage.
that. He's not
The
going
point
to do
is
that.
that, or he can do TV or whatever it is. He's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
He's won a World Series.
He'll totally be fine.
Yeah. I just don't know long term what this does. And if this Tracy guy does well, you give him the job. Do you need a marquee name as a manager? I don't know. But that locker room, that clubhouse, isn't great because there's no. And the thing is, let's get back to the debate. This is the last thing I'm going to say on this subject, and you can chime in. Is that pro sports are interesting to me because you can buy title level talent, and you can probably win a title with title level talent and an average locker room. But if you want a team like the Red Sox, where we have the components, if they achieve or overachieve, they could be really good to make the playoffs. You need to have a clubhouse that works. You need to have players who like each other, who work together. And now the MLB, I think, has gone stupid. Like, everyone's got to hit a double and do some stupid body shake or some stupid motion. Like, it's not even organic anymore. It's like there's a director from Manfred. What is your thing you're going to do this year when you get a double? Are you going to hip shake?
When you're down 8 runs.
Are you going to do the sprinkler? Like, what are you going to do? Like, it's not organic anymore. The three outfielders coming together to do something stupid.
Right.
When that was real and authentic, it was amazing. But it's
Right.
all stupid, constructed in a freaking meeting. And so the clubhouse might not be bad, but it's not great because they don't look like they're together. Everything looks fake and manufactured. And I don't know what would change it. And maybe Cora wasn't hands-on enough. I don't know. So to get back to the original thing, am I happy he's gone? No. I'm a little more. I'm not empathetic. Do I understand that it's not Breslo's guy wasn't working, and I really feel like they wanted to maybe do something and keep him, and he's like F you, and they're like okay, because the way he's been with that group in those pictures after the game when they set foot in Boston,
Right.
he has stayed in images for the public with his staff. That's not by accident.
Yeah.
And the fact that Veritek is in the picture with his thumb down.
Yeah.
Is not by accident either. And I cannot believe, maybe he's not as good a baseball guy as we thought, maybe, but I always thought he was a manager in waiting. And you know what, if that guy was bringing out the lineup card, Boston would always pay attention to the Red Sox because he is a legend.
Yeah.
Going back to,
And he knows it too. That's why I did it with the thumb. I mean, what are you going to do to Jason Veritek?
I mean,
You're going to exile him from Fenway Park?
from one of the best trades in baseball history to the
Dude,
A-Rod in the face.
The fans would come on, dude. Boston fans would just revolt.
So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do as a fan because there are guys I cheer for that I want to do well, but I'm not excited. And I might have said this on the morning show. I'm not really going to Fenway anymore. You're a huge baseball fan. You watch it all the time. You consume it. I'm going to Fenway to be with my wife, to have a couple of beers and enjoy my day.
And search for the bathrooms.
Can we get into this for 2 minutes?
Let me say real quick, and then we'll end on that. Red Sox need a miracle, right? I feel like these coaches' staff all thrust into a hornet's nest because obviously the players were blindsided by it. They were basically told that their job is to hit and to pitch, and there's a business to be run. Big disconnect. I don't think they hold that against Chad Tracy at all, but I
Right.
feel like Chad Tracy and the minor leaguers who are getting their shot, like I said in my last impromptu thing, good for them. All right, but the Red Sox need a miracle. They really do. They need that movie moment where they're all clicking together and everybody starts hitting, not just one guy. They're going to need 5 guys,
Yeah.
and they need everything to happen fast. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it will be very interesting to see if at 130 games they can right the ship. With the playoff format, how it is, anything's possible.
Listen, they're 5 games under as of Tuesday, the 28th of April.
Yeah.
I mean, they have plenty of time
And the
to get.
season's not over.
They have first of all, honestly, I think of Moneyball. It's he's always saying 7 games out by the All-Star, whatever it is. If they're 500 at the All-Star break, they can still get the wild card.
Yeah.
Like they're and so like
This is way too early to burn it down.
Yeah.
Way too early. I mean, you're messing up the team, but it's way too early to say everything's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I agree.
Even for the Phillies, where a lot of people are saying that's where Alex Cora is going to wind up because they're going to fire Robbie Thompson, and then Alex Cora is going to move in there. It seems a little strange for a high-profile manager like Alex Cora to show up in the middle 30 games into the season with a new team, major league team.
I mean, the National League East is another conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Mets and the Phillies, as of Tuesday, are the only two teams in baseball without double-digit wins, and they're at the bottom. It's insane.
It is
It's
insane.
insane to me.
Baseball is crazy. That's taught us one thing over the years.
Right.
You never expect.
Sure, but you know what else you know? None of the teams that you didn't expect to be in first are going to win the World Series.
No.
And Milwaukee's not going to win the World
No,
Series.
and Pirates aren't going to win the World Series.
I mean, there are some things that are immutable too. He's John Senecal. I'm Brian Shackman. This is Fan Base, a deep dive into the greatest rivalry in sports. I have to touch on it because you were pissing and moaning to me and Matt Soroy's our producer. Did you get free tickets?
Yes, I'm not going to pay for tickets at Fenway, Brian. Come on.
And you were like pretty far back. It's like grandstand.
No, yeah, the grandstands, but all the seats are close at Fenway, really. If you can fit into them, they're all close, right?
What are you like? Are you 6'2" or 3"? What are you?
6'2".
Yeah.
Almost 6, yeah, like a little.
So almost every seat in Fenway is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the leg room, it's the butt seat, it's everything about it. I mean, it's like sitting on an old park bench that no one's taken care of for the last 100
Yeah,
years.
you might even get a splinter.
Exactly.
Especially the ones where you were sitting. So, I mean, you can't stand Fenway. You hate it.
Hate it. I like the outside of Fenway. I like walking into it.
Like
I think
the
it's
vibe.
I think it's very cool. I just have a real problem with, and I know everyone's the lore and the mystique and all that BS. To sit anywhere in a ballpark, I don't care if you're paying $2 or $2,000, and have to stare at a freaking pole, regardless if it's in front of the batter, like right where we were
Did
sitting.
you have a restricted?
No,
like-
restricted view. Every view is restricted in that dump. And I don't want to hear anything about the monitors, because every time I looked up, the monitor had a signal that said signal lost or searching for signal. So they can't even figure that out. I don't know if the rats are eating that stuff or what. But the bottom line is, we just got done talking about the Red Sox are a mess and all that. Ownership. You sit there in your press box watching this crap, these rats rolling in there for the cheese. Watching those games, game after game after game, and that fan experience, I'm sorry, Sweet Caroline, 7th inning, or all that stuff, sucks, dude. It sucks. They're all drunk by the 7th inning, saying, "Oh, great, Sweet Caroline," hanging their arms around each other. It sucks.
So
You can't tell me that that's a good fan experience. Just sitting there with your busted back, busted butt, staring at something, and then, oh wait, I gotta go to the bathroom. See you in 3 innings while I wait on a flight of stairs to go around a corner, ask Dora the Explorer if she's seen the bathroom. Oh, it's over there somewhere. Restroom, down, left, right, over. I'll get a hot dog on my way,
Do you not smoke enough?
Dude, first of all, the place sucks, dude. You could smoke all you want. You could eat all the mushrooms you wanted. You could drink all the beers you wanted. The best part of my last trip to Fenway, I was walking out, and this drunk girl dropped her phone and went in the sewer right in front of her.
Like, yes.
It was awesome, dude. And she was so drunk, she laughed about it. And all her friends laughed about it. I'm like, this is not going to end good for you tonight.
I mean, the same thing.
It was awesome.
It was the same as opening day.
Sweet Caroline. I wanted to go through. I'm like, is your name Caroline? Please tell me your name's Caroline.
No, of the 39,000 people that were at opening day, I think 20 could give two craps about anything. They just wanted to wear a crop top and have a beer and hang with their
If that's
boyfriend.
what you want to do, fine. But
Yeah.
most people are walking around at that place because the seats suck. How many times I got to, excuse me, I got to get up, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry. Oh, it's like a turnstile.
Always buy an aisle seat, and then I can't. I'd rather be in the.
Oh,
booth.
that second highlight. Yankees suck. Yankees suck. Double off the wall. Pin drop. Freaking pin drop, dude. It was awesome.
All right, I think we're gonna end on that note. I love when Senecal's frothy. John Senecal, Brian Shackman. You've been listening to episode 237 of Fanbase, a deep dive into the greatest rivalry in sports. That was phenomenal.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you for letting me have that opportunity.